Welcome in, everyone. We are back with more Black Book. We are lost in the woods. Oh dear. We have found ourselves trapped by Aleshi in the town that he stole, by the way. Now we have to figure our way out so that we can finish saving the wedding that got interrupted, as well as, ourselves. We have another seal to deal with. 4 out of 7 seals are open as of helping Nikolai out from becoming a werewolf full time. And, well, let's just get back into it, shall we?
The peasants often pass by this place when they go to the fields, and that's why evil spirits like to hide here between the fir branches. Just as now, you can see several chorts hiding among the trees.
So we could let the chorts be, but we have lots of things to do. And we are looking for Galina, who the Leshy has taken. This is the state of our book as of right now. So as you can see, 4 seals open, 3 seals to go. We have a plethora of items. Immunity to waste. We haven't, we ran into enemies that threw waste earlier, but, I don't know. We're kind of in a bless, curse deck at the moment. We have some amount of herbs to help us along our way. This is where all our guys are at the moment. And we are nearly to level 14. So I might take Durac 1 the next time I get a point. Anyways, that's where we're at. I'm not gonna let the chorts be. I'm gonna fight them. I want more pages. Let's go. Let's get them. They're just basically gonna hurt me, so... Okay. I don't have any allies at the moment. And I also have laid down some parchment for boulder parchment shears, in case anyone wants to try their hand against me. Let's see here. So we're gonna curse you. We're gonna get some style on. Yeah, that's fine. And we're gonna do some burning blood so that when they hurt me, it's bad for them. Yeah, that's good. Bless allows us to do way more damage. Alright, now I'm gonna get hit. Alright, not for a lot, but still. I'm gonna do this one on you. This one on you. None of the rest of this is gonna do anything. So... I guess we'll just put on the babushka, just for shits and giggles. Kills you. It kills you. Ta-da! Okay. Avert evil. Absorbs the next negative status. I'm gonna get this one. We didn't level up, but we're close. Alright. Uvalador Fields? I'm not sure I said that right, but here we are. Through Nemzia is blocked off by Chort, one has to make a living. The peasants have continued to work in this field. In Russian, its name is translated as Northern Night Side. Fun.
The slippery fog covers the Nimzia field. The nets of unknown power, woven by a local Khaldun a long time ago, tug at you. They cannot be seen by a regular person, but you manage to find their source without question. A mossy tree stump on the edge of the field.
Let's inspect the stump.
The moldering stump crumbles at your touch and releases spores like some sort of puffball. Inside lies an Easter egg, dried up by sorcery. You take the ancient magical item.
So defense pages give you +3 more defense. Nice. Alright, we've got some options. We're gonna go to the foggy forest first. I can take a peek into the forest that grows alongside the road. I think evil spirits lurk there, like cockroaches behind the stove.
Looks like this forest has never seen a human before. There are no roads and no trails. But you find a short's path. You walk in circles for some time, unable to understand the strange, demonic logic. On your way back, you encounter a couple of angry chorts.
Alright, they're just gonna try to hit me, though this one will grow in strength if I leave him alive too long. So I guess we're gonna go after him. Let us make sure that this guy dies as quickly as can be. Nobody is cursed. I don't have any cursed going on. So... we're just gonna really hit hard. We're gonna take some damage. It's gonna be fine. Oh man, I should put the waste on. Oh well. This guy's gonna hurt. Yeah. But he is going to heal. Okay. We are also going to heal. I have a big heal. Where is it? This one. Perfect. Bone Curse doesn't do anything unless they already have curse on them, and I've not pulled any of my curse pages. Weirdly enough. So I guess Serpent Sting is the way to go. Now it's going to do renunciation, which means pages with block do damage to me. Don't like that. Don't like it. Please give me more pages. I need pages. Okay. This will work out very well. have a companion with us, but we'll do some healing, I guess. I don't think this will kill it. But the waste probably will. So. We're at full health, and at the beginning of its turn, it dies. I'm gonna take this. Yeah. Finally got that level. Let's go. Alright, we picked up this egg. I'm not gonna equip it, but I am gonna get Durak 1 so that we can finally do Koldoon's trick during Durak ourselves for the first time. That'll up our card game. Onwards to Viziasti. The locals call this place Striped Lake in the Permian language. Probably gonna get into a fight. Which is fine. Perfectly down to fight.
Silence gives way to the rumbling of the earth. It's hard to make out what's going on through the dense branches. You come closer and see animal bodies intertwined, the flow of predators and their prey, and hear the trampling of thousands of paws and hooves. The procession, flowing along the rippling lake, soon disappears in the milky haze. You follow the procession for some time, and on your way recollect your grandfather's tales. Soon the fog is growing dense, and the animals disappear into it. You stop and think. Could you follow them and run away from Nimzia?
Let's find out the story. Card players. A Leshy, having lost at cards to another Leshy, must pay his debt with animals from his forest. One time, a fellow wearing a bearskin with a thick club on his belt stumbled in a pothouse. He drank some vodka and went on his way. The host went outside and saw wild beasts all around. In response to questions about them, the fellow answered, "These? I lost a card game to a buddy of mine. I'm on my way to pay my debt." "Who might you be, then?" "Me? I'm a master of the forest." Okay, well. Let's find out if we can run away. Well, probably not. I doubt that the Leshy would allow it. They're probably under its control. I imagine they are, but, you know, it never hurts to try.
You continue on into the milky haze and turn your clothes inside out just to be sure. The fog is getting closer and closer, and soon your sense of direction fails you. Several times you trip over roots that have suddenly emerged. You have almost no strength left, but the mist soon disperses. To your amazement, you're back at the same place where you started your trip. It seems the villagers didn't lie to you.
Well, we tested it. I have no idea why that's a sin. Well, it's probably a sin because we were trying to escape and not complete our promises. But, yeah, that seems like... Considering it didn't even work, it seems like a hefty fine, as it were, for the thought. But I guess it's the thought that counts, I guess. Musty road. I'll use this road to get to the crossroads.
A branch cracks underneath your foot. You freeze, seizing up with unexplainable panic. A demon is getting close. Do you fight or do you flee?
Let's go. Bring it. Alright. Nothing particularly spectacular. This is the dangerous one. Alright. So. You get that. We will try to take out your friend here. You will not be cursed yet. So, guess we'll go with this one. Actually, we do this now. try and take a little bit less damage. Alright. So now you are cursed. Oh, we finally get cursed too. Alright. You are now going to try to heal. But we're gonna curse you anyway. I could curse both of them. But I'm actually just gonna take this guy out. Let's double your curse. You're gonna get a crap ton of curse. My big heal is out, but I have plenty of cuckoo tears, so we're gonna get some regen going. Yeah, let's see you ever do damage again to me. So vampirism only works if he hits me. Now he's setting up to attempt to make block very dangerous for me, but I don't have a lot of block in my deck, so it does not even really matter. Alright, well, this one, then this one, then this one, and then this one. In case he survives all of that, but he shouldn't, so it's fine. I would like to do a little bit of healing, though. Get wrecked. Get wrecked some more. Yeah. Here we go. Adds effect to all pages in Zagavor. Swipe, immediate, wipe. Interesting. I'm not entirely sure what this page is meant to do. Deals damage to all enemies when reading swipe pages. Okay, so these two are like a wombo combo. Gain defense equal to health loss from previous turn. I'll just take that one for now. Yes, but with combined with that other key, not only does it make all of those pages immediate so that they bypass having to be used in the Zagavor, it makes them all swipe so that they're out of the combat for the rest of the turn. But if you combine it with the other key that makes all swipe pages do 3 damage to the enemies, suddenly you have a crap ton of damage just wha-bammed before even casting a Zagavor. Hey PP, welcome in. Thank you for being here. I hope you are well. I still have a Boulder Parchment Shears down. I threw Parchment. Anyone else ready to test their mettle against me? I typically win these. Not always, but I typically do. Deep tracks. This is our objective, but we're gonna go over to all the locations because I explore everywhere. Tracks left by the cart, deep ones. How much wares was it carrying? Winter already beat me up earlier. She did.
A visitor from the village has lost his cart somewhere here. Sure enough, you find the deep track of the wheels. What was the peasant carrying? Hundreds of pounds of flour, thousands of sacks of broadcloth. Cold dew has collected in the deep grooves. Your thoughts are interrupted by the noise of the wind. You think that demons are somewhere near, traveling like a foul breeze. You find a short wedding at a nearby glade, draw a circle, and throw a stone into the demon whirlwind. Before the demons have a chance to realize what's going on, you read your first Zagavar.
Let's go. No demon weddings here. Alright, they're basically just gonna hurt me. Ooh, okay. Well, cursing you. I'm killing you. I'm gonna make you hurt. Kill you some more. And curse everybody. Just because. Just because. I'm gonna get hit pretty hard, so let's get some regen going immediately. Yeah, I'm gonna take some damage. 20 damage. Not a big deal. We're gonna do some heals. More regen. Let's see here. They're each gonna do vampirism, so I'm not gonna get hit this turn, which is fine. We're still gonna curse you some more. Let's try to take you out. Actually, we need to do a little bit of this and then try this. We'll see if that works. I'm blessed. I get some heals. You get whacked. I get money. So now if he hits me next turn, it heals him. And then he's going to try and buff himself again. But we're not going to let that happen. No. Absolutely not. Yeah, we'll just do some more regen. I'm gonna do like a little bit of that, just to keep my health high. Get wrecked. Get wrecked some more. Babushka Yaga. Nice. I'm gonna take this one. Duggan cart. Let's see what was in the cart that he was so concerned over. This is where the man's cart went off-road. Looks like it was carrying an entire granary. Holy shit. He had all the food.
The strange tracks bring you to a cart. It's submerged in the swampy earth, like a flooded boat on a lake shore. There are no traces of shoveling around it, nor are there traces of a human presence. It seems the cart sank deeper into the earth over time, until it became completely stuck within it.
I have no idea.
The cart is ruined, with no hope for restoration. The wheels are broken. Some of them are missing all of the spokes. Part of the wood is damp, and moss has begun to grow on it. What sort of load was it carrying?
And how long has it been sitting here, is the real question. Cart filled with someone's. These things happen, you know. Until recently, people here were seeing things. You know the road by Dry Gully. Until they put a cross on it, all sorts of strange things happened there. For instance, you might be driving your cart there at night. All of a sudden, your cart would be laden with spirits of some sort, and your horses wouldn't be able to pull it. A pity that cross has fallen over. Evil is lurking around there again. So put another cross up? Like, simple answer. Maybe make it out of stone this time so it doesn't rot away as quickly? Come on, guys.
There's nothing heavy inside, only a light basket with colored threads and ribbons, which you take for yourself.
Huh. Sounds like some chorts weighed him down. Maria's crosses. It's quite common to come upon a leshy at the crossroads. It is a border between our worlds, after all. Time to have a conversation. Or get in a fight. One of the two.
The fog is beginning to grow thicker. Perhaps you're getting closer to the border of the domain the Leshy gave to the people of Nimzia. You only gradually realize that you have come to a crossroads. The milky haze around you is that thick.
Well, first we're gonna check things out. Because I see an herb.
There are old crosses here too, just like on Mikhail's crossroads. Grandpa told me they used to burn the dead and bury them in clay pots at the crossroads.
I see an herb over here.
The sun is setting, but the fog stays. Something flashes in the haze. Am I seeing things?
Definitely not.
There are white toadstools growing near the old crosses. Smells like autumn rot. The crosses have turned black and covered with moss. You come closer. Looks like they've been shot, with duck shot. The holes look fresh. There are toadstools growing at the crosses.
We got some rotten mushroom. Not that it will be helpful to us.
You unfold the towel, embroidered with perm patterns that Yefim gave you. You put a bottle of vodka and a loaf of bread onto it.
We put an offering at the Golbets for the dead so that they will be happy and not deal with us. Alright. I think that's everything that we can look at, but let's double check that there's no herbs that I have missed. I like to pick them. I like to pick them in every game. I'm very happy picking herbs. Alright, that seems to be it. Let's make a circle for our own protection. Because we're not stupid. And begin the ritual.
The circle is drawn. The offerings are here. Everything is ready for the Zagavar.
Righteous forest, your children are your servants. The Lord's servant Galina, peasant from Nimzia, named by the Lord, is not sold to you, is not given to you. No writings are in her name. Bring me her right this minute. As I told it, so it will be.
The raven silently watches you from the fir branch. His eyes burn with strange crimson light, and it's not candlelight reflecting.
You're not from Nimzia.
The branches look like they repeat the raven's words.
No, I'm a visitor here.
A witch, but you got lost. Carr, carr.
I followed every rule. Well, I may have forgotten to ask permission. I'm sorry, Kind Forest.
Carr, carr, carr.
The raven's cawing reminds you of dry laughter.
Don't let yourself out. I'm not a lashy. Not exactly.
What do you mean? Did I do something wrong with the ritual?
The raven walks along the circle's edge, his head bent.
So, you're looking for a peasant girl. I will help you. And maybe you will help me in return.
What kind of chort are you?
Grrr. Do you know how a Lashley manages his household? We had everything nice and proper until recently. You'll soon learn for yourself. Yourself?
How can I help you?
First, we find the girl. Then we talk. I can't manage without a witch. You came in time. In time.
I have a feeling this is our new companion.
If you're not a Leshy, then we're easy.
He fell asleep like a regular Ivan. Grrr, grrr. He snores so hard the mist billows.
What do you mean, fell asleep? Who's looking after the forest?
Grrr, grrr, grrr.
I need to get out of here, not go looking for that girl.
You won't get out of here unless you find the Lashy. He's the one holding you here, not I. Not I. I want to help you. Yes. Find Galina. Find the one who took her. Took her!
All right, but if you're lying to me, where do I find this woman?
It's night. We won't go right now. Not, we'd better not. Grrr. Come tomorrow to the south of Nimzia. You'll find a dry tree there. And don't go telling anyone what I told you, or it will get worse. Tell no one.
Where's that tree?
It's a tall tree. You'll find it.
Ben, welcome in. I am well. How are you, lovely, lovely friend of mine? I hope you are as well as I am.
Perm people call it Kulpu, the devil's tree. Tell no one. Grrr, grrr.
You shudder from the sudden cawing. In a moment, the raven disappears in the fog. Your skin crawls. Thinking about it, you blow out the candles and go back to Nimzia.
Well, I've caught up to you, Fen. To Nemzia, we are stuck. And to Nemzia, we must return to, even though we do not have the requested Galina, but we are on our way to her. It's just complicated. You are welcome to stay, and see the spoilers if you'd like. Or, you know, you can bounce, but, like, I love your company, so I would happily have you here. I did, I caught you. Haha, you're mine now. Task failed, but I still get some sin. And everybody else is busy. I only got 3 of you back. Sweet. So the meaningless jobs go to the ones with the highest sin, because I don't need their sin. I don't. I got 68 already. And then we go for the least amount of sin for the most amount of rubles. And the longest amount of days. 2 for 9, 2 for 9, 2 for 9, 2 for 10, 2 for 11, 1 for 12. No, 2 for 11. 2 for 11. Because if they complete it, we get rubles, and if they don't complete it, we get a lot less sin. That's pretty much what we're trying. We're trying to limit our sin. We could go all out, but it's fine. We have this rotten mushroom, which just puts waste on me, which we do not, I mean, we have a way to become immune to waste, these boots. So if we went that way, we could absolutely, like, put the boots on and do that, but nah, we're good. Currently we have 5 rubles to the end of the battle, which is why I'm so rich right now. We have the eloquence boost. We have 6 damage to all enemies right off the bat. Our herbs and healing Zegavors do 3 extra health. We have prayer at the start of battle, so for the first 3 turns we have prayer, which is really nice. Gives us extra damage, so which pairs really well with this. And we also have bear paw, which means that however much curse we put down on somebody, we put down even more. so they can damage us less. Assuming curse rolls up in our deck. Yeah. We've got more pages. I could change things up. I have a little bit of waste and a little bit of curse in my desk. I don't have decomposure in it yet. We're getting into the part where, like, swipe is becoming more prevalent. Which is good and bad. Because swipe means that a page is literally one use. But at the same time, it means that for every page you allow swiped out, those that are not swipe pages are more easily rolled up. So there is a balance to be had here. We are level 14. We've got 10 of these guys in our service. Oh boy. Alright. This apparently wants to show us something. I don't know. It's not giving me anything. I've looked at it. Time to see our visitors. Hello.
Hey, open up! It's Anisia Ivanovna. I'm not afraid of you, demon Yeretnik.
Anicia, I'm not a demon.
Hey, don't go bugging your eyes out on me. It's you, right? Cursed Vaska. All Nimza's talking about you. Snake spit in your eye. They say you're a witch. Phil, you'll burn in hell, wayward girl.
I plan on it.
The pots on the old shelf are shaking from her cries. Looks like Anisia Ivanovna is not stopping anytime soon.
I'm just gonna keep listening. I'm not gonna curse her. There's no reason to curse her. She just hates me. It's fine.
At least cover your head, you witch. A pox on your head, you Moscow filth. As soon as someone speaks a foul word, you latch onto it, demon guides. So the whole village said it. So what?
Hey, Dragon. Thank you for the lurk. I hope you're doing well.
There she is, sitting in the red corner with her filthy book. No justice for you, godless heavens. Because of the likes of you, we're staying here in this fog and nothing grows here, you alien witch!
Anisia proceeds in this manner for some time, but eventually she gets tired. She spits on the floor and walks out of your izba.
Mr. Scrake, welcome in. Oh, thank you for being my assistant. You have been most generous in your assistance to me. I appreciate it immensely. Yep, she's an average Slavic granny who's just mad. We just let her tire herself out. She was gonna be mad no matter what we did. We could have cursed her to make her stop, but like, why? She's not actually doing us any harm. She's just gonna yell and scream and spit and rant and rave and tire herself out, and then she'll go home and bitch and whine and moan and complain to somebody else. That's fine.
Oh, just met Anisia by the entrance. A wicked woman, my lord.
I noticed.
Hey, Vasilisa, God helps.
Howdy, Vasilisa. This is for you. Gathered some nuts and berries.
Aw, these two are so thoughtful. They found us at the edge of the village when we first arrived, and they've just been really nice ever since.
God helps. Thank you for the gifts.
So, how's the things on the crossroads? I couldn't sleep today. Waited the whole night.
The raven told us not to tell, so we will say nothing.
I was in the crossroads, called Leshi. For now, it's not your business.
Why is it not our business?
You are knowers, but not the kind to manage the righteous forest. I will try speaking to Leshi one more time today. Well, I have to go. I will tell you if I have any news. For now, sleep soundly.
The baffled men walk out of the room and close the doors behind them.
Look, we were told not to tell. Probably because people would warn us away from it. That's how it works. Is they go, oh no, a demon crow talked to you. You shouldn't trust them. And we're standing there going, look, we're a witch. We're a Khuldoon. We know not to trust them. But this is the only way that we have forward. So we're going to go check it out. And if anything bad happens, we are going to slay that demon as quickly as possible. It's fine. It's fine. Everybody's coming by.
Howdy, Vasilisa.
Oh, Marfa. She's been kind to us as well.
God bless.
I brought you breakfast.
Oh, you're very sweet.
My name is Marfa. I saw you from my window yesterday. You're going to bring Galina back. Go on. I won't bother you. I want to help. I think I know where she might be. We have a river here, Pilva. I was near the bridge and saw it. She was standing there, all in white, on the other bank. It's the truth, I swear to God. I'm screaming to her, Galia, Galia! She doesn't answer, just standing there, not moving, and I can't see her face. My blood runs cold. I was so scared. I turn around and she's gone.
All right. I'll take a look on the other shore if I'm nearby.
Oh, thank you, our Redeemer. Tell me tomorrow how it goes.
Sure thing, Marfa. See, not everyone is the screaming granny. Although, let's see if she comes back for round 2. Nope, not her.
Oh, Vasilisa, you saved my goods! Do you know how much these fabrics cost? Dear God, thank you. I have nothing to pay you with. Here, at least take some rye bread. That's different from what they usually eat in this filthy Nimzya. Well, God bless you.
He managed to escape with some food, but not with his goods. People. Well, we've got the Leshy's tree, and we have ghosts on the other bank. And we've got whatever this is over here. So we are gonna just roam around, as we usually do, but let's head through the burned wood. The peasants fight the encroaching forest as best they can. Look, a Leshy's got a Leshy.
The villagers depart to the fields. Some of them avoid you, going to the other side of the streets and closing their shutters. Others look at you with hope and whisper prayers. You walk some distance from the village and find a fire site. Recently, the locals burned down the forest near the village, trying to stop its growth. An added bonus was the preparation of fertile land for future crops. Demons often settle on such fire sites.
So basically just another day in any village in the entirety of the region for us.
The coals of fir trees and pines crunch underneath your feet. You aren't surprised when you discover that the fire attracted evil spirits.
Let's go. More pages for us. Ooh. You were gonna put bless on yourself. And you two are just gonna hit me. That's fine. Ooh, weakness to all enemies. Heck yeah. I'm definitely doing that. Not what I was hoping for. I am gonna grab some regen. And piety. And grab even more regen since I have all of that. Because I'm gonna get hit. This guy is gonna hit hard. Yeah, this is what we're gonna do. The little minions are dead. Have fun with that. Okay, so he's gonna hit me for 14. Did I get what I wanted? Kind of. Alright, we're gonna throw this down. absolutely. We're gonna put this down. We're gonna put this down, and then we're gonna do this one, because this should get rid of his bless as well, which means what he attempts to do to us will be even less. And, no, we're good. More weakness for you. Correct. Build your glass. Now he can only do 1 damage to us. Cleric player detected. How did you know that I tend to play clerics? Alright. We're gonna style on this jerk. Let's go. Can't use any of these because we want the style damage bonus. But we can use this one, which will do a lot of damage. And then we're also gonna do a little extra damage on top so that he just dies. Get wrecked. Goodbye. Ooh. Immunity to waste and poison. That's crazy. Both of them eternal. So that they just continue. Unless they get taken out by a thing. Yeah. I'm taking that. I'm taking it. I'm actually gonna equip it. Let's just get to it. So I want keys for this one. I need to go down to keys. What do I change out? This I'm keeping. This I'm keeping. This I haven't used in a hot second. So I'm gonna get rid of that and go for cross. Yeah. Because we have a lot of black pages. This I use when I have Morteshka with us. This one, situationally useful, but yeah, cross, so good. So good. Okay. That's all I wanted. Hey, Plague Doctor Man, welcome in. Lovely to see you. I hope you are doing well. Better than we saw you last. Alright, we have to get to the Karnishka Forest now, so we can do other things. Another impenetrable grove. This is the thickest part of it. All my friends
Having
are coming
completed
today.
all the standard rituals, you step under the forest canopy. Again, you feel as though someone is watching you. Clutching your book tighter, you continue on your way, and soon notice an opening to your left. Looks like there are fewer trees there. The forest trail, on the other hand, is full of shadows and darkness.
This sounds like we're being led somewhere. Do we want to follow the opening, or do we want to just continue on in the forest? We might get ambushed regardless, but what does chat think? I would love to hear from you guys. How are you guys today? It is lovely to see all of you. What are your thoughts? Ultimately, I will make the decision, but I just want to hear your thoughts. You're fighting Darkest Dungeon 2 coding? I'm so sorry, Mr. Scrake. I hope that you win. I say follow it. If you're being led somewhere, why not find out where? Probably a fight, but you just have to win. I mean, I'm probably gonna win regardless. Like, I'm getting pretty good at this game. Do I have the most optimal deck? Or I should say book? No. No. But it's a build that I'm enjoying, so that's really kind of all that matters. Other people might decide on other options. There's definitely other builds that I am ignoring, so... I'm not doing the best. Got a real bad cold during the weekend. Goodness, you are just getting sick Oh, one, like, back to back here, Plague Dr. Man. As one wise man said. Fuck it, we ball. Ah, Mr. Scrake, I enjoy your humor. Well, Plague Dr. Man, fluids and rest. If you can call off work for a little while and let yourself get better, I would suggest it. And if you're feeling really bad, maybe you should go see a doctor, even though you are a plague doctor. Yes, I think the norovirus really fucked with my immune system. Yeah, I'm thinking it did. You may want to look into effective ways to rebuild immune systems, or at the very least, effective defenses against things if you're behind on your on your vaccinations against things that crop up. You might want to look into that too, but it never hurts to have a second opinion, doctor. Yeah, but like you just keep getting hit by things, and I I worry and care for you. Just doing my college stuff from home as much as I can. That's probably for the best. But yeah, yeah, definitely look into, I don't know, getting some extra vitamins in there or something, because you being so sick is never fun, and it makes doing your college stuff even harder. Like, you don't need this in your life. So yeah, sorry, I care about my friends, and I just want you to know that I'm here. So, you know, I'm glad that you're sticking around with my company at the very least, and I hope that you rest and get fluids and eventually get better, please. Please and thank you.
It's definitely easier to walk here, and you have a chance to catch your breath. You think about the trees guarding you silently to the left and to the right. How long have they been keeping this old forest safe?
Oh, the trees are not necessarily our enemies. Sweet. Let's see what we learned. Your streams always make great distractions from the sickness. Aw, I appreciate that. Like Dr. Min, I try very hard to be good company for my friends. And although I'm not a popular streamer, I appreciate every single one of you, because you guys are all my friends now. Period, the end. You followed me, some of you have even subscribed, you're my friends now. That's just how that works. It's that easy. In the mythology of various nations, the forest above all represents the animal world. The spirits of the forest tend to take on animal guises. The forest is also the primary dwelling place of forces hostile to man. The village-forest opposition is one of the main dichotomies in northern Russian culture. The path to the world of the dead passes through the forest. In the myth of some oceanic tribes, the land of the sun lies beyond the forest. According to the Selkirk beliefs, the forest houses the entrance to the lower world, a tundra or a cape fringed with cedars. Similarly, it is characteristic of Greco-Roman traditions for an impassable virgin forest to surround the entrance to Hades, the underground world of the dead. In northern Prekami, people hold the forest in special regard, for it occupied and still occupies the majority of its territory. The forest provided people with food, building material, and fuel for heating. Forests are important, is essentially what this says. And I agree. I grew up in a forest, in Pike National Forest originally. I'm not native to the east coast of the U.S. I'm a transplant. But the forest that I grew up in always seemed to look out for me and was home to many animals and felt like home to me for a very, very long time. In the mountains of the Rockies. And yeah, so I'm a mountain girl from the Rocky Mountains. Moved to the East Coast to be a coastal transplant, but like, it's a strange new world. And there are forests here too. So I'm still living in the woods, sort of, kind of. I'm now in the suburbs, but like, I'm still living in the woods. And the forest, blocks out the sound of traffic. It helps keep the winds from blowing down my house when the winds kick up from the Atlantic. It's forests are just good, y'all. The fact that deforestation is a problem worldwide breaks my heart, and the fact that not just a couple of years ago, really, the whole like streaming slash YouTube community came together to try and plant more trees was really awesome. So anytime that you can give back to the forest, please do. It's not because I'm a crazy hippie lady who likes to hug trees or whatever. It's because having lived in the woods and felt, connected to the woods from in many parts of my life, I respect trees. I respect those ecosystems, and I know how integral they are to us being alive. So, plant trees where you can. Support support tree farms as much as possible, because they mean that our natural forests can be left more alone, and realize that planting trees is a good thing. Now, remember, you don't want to plant trees in the wrong places because they don't survive. So be mindful of the biome that you live in and the trees that are native to your area. But outside of that, help plant trees. Trees are great. I do love how pagan religions and stuff like that tend to have their gods and deities more focused on explaining the world around them and explaining natural things like gods of lightning in the forest, whereas religions like Christianity are more focused on humans and the importance of humanity. It is interesting. The pagans live in the woods. Christianity was popularized in Rome. Different priorities and what you had to deal with. Grossly overgeneralized, of course. You have to remember that a lot of traditions and myths and legends and fairy tales came from, and even religion as a on the generalized whole came from people trying to explain how the world works when they did not understand what was happening themselves. So they built these stories about gods and spirits and totems and ghosts and goblins and monsters out of just not understanding how the world works or why certain things kill you and or make you sick or are bad for you. And so all of these stories helped teach the next generation what to avoid and how to avoid it. And it just kind of grew on and on and on. And as people progressed in their civilization, in their cultures, in the way they taught, in their technologies, these stories grew and changed and became exaggerated and distorted until we started writing them down. And then they got picked through for wording and understanding and tradition and all kinds of stuff. So, like, religion really truly came about because we were trying to explain how the world works when we didn't understand it. And science as we know it today would not be what it is today without the backing of many a religious order. I'm not even joking. Like, for example, the Catholic Church used to back Leonardo da Vinci, who he paid for a lot of his research, and he figured out all kinds of scientific things. He's not just an artist. He was a genius, and he understood flight before we ever had flying machines in the sky, like all kinds of stuff. So honestly, many philosophers and scientists and people who were the forefathers of mathematics and science and all the things that we know are amazing. My goodness, Plague Doctor Man, thank you for the bits. I really appreciate you. You didn't have to do that, but thank you so much. That helps me so very much. And thank you for the hydrate. I'm on a soapbox. I apologize. We'll get back to the game. I'm British, and the only reason I want to visit America is because of your beautiful forests and wildlife. Not that Britain doesn't have beautiful forests, but God, some of your national parks are stunning. We do have some stunning parks. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, come and see the parks. Just note that there may be a fee to enter them. So, I don't know which parks are the best here on the East Coast, but when it came to the Rocky Mountains, there's definitely some beautiful parks up there. So feel free to come explore our country for the parks. And the museums. We've got some pretty stellar museums. I'm a museums girl. I love museums. So I'm an amateur mythologist, historian, um, Jack, Jill of many knowledges. I don't know. I just know things. Not everything, but I know things. Not nearly in as much as I'd like to know about the world, but enough that people think I'm intelligent or something. I don't know. Anyway, fascinating stuff here. We got the heels. I'm gonna head to the Vilva Bank to check out the ghost thing that was there. Let's go. The river marks the border of Leshy's domain. There's no way further. I love museums, especially ones with fossils.
The forest runs
junk.
parallel to the village of Gluchaya Vilva. The fog covers the opposite bank so that only the very edge is visible. Suddenly, someone on that side starts up a sad song. You look around, but can't see any bridge nearby.
Yeah, I like fossils and dinosaurs and junk too, although any museum with geological stuff in it, like crystals and minerals and gems and stuff, I love that the best. I don't know. There's some pretty cool things in the world. We're gonna look for a boat.
You search the shore in the hope of finding an abandoned boat, and you are lucky. However, no matter how hard you try to reach the other shore, you can't do it. The Leshy is too powerful. All you can do now is abandon any attempt.
Okay, so we have to get wet if we want to get over there. Mythology and environment. Leshy, inscription mention. I know Leshy is an actual being in Slavic folklore. I just like inscription. You know, this Black Book is very similar to inscription, although this is hardcore on specifically Slavic myth, lore, and all of that. Music and all of that. Whereas inscription is kind of its own world that has grabbed concepts from many places. But yes, basically this is where they got it from. Not from this game, but like this is the lore they got it from. Mythology and environment. Mythology does not exist by itself. It is a way to explain and interact with the surrounding reality. This is why the figure of the Leshy was central to the pantheon in the Taiga region. Water spirits also featured heavily since rivers were the main routes of passage for the region's inhabitants. There's almost a complete absence of spirits in the southern Russian tradition, those of the steppes and fields. There are no steppes in the Urals, and farming developed only gradually. The living conditions and the peculiarities of the estate had a strong influence on mythology. When the izba, banya, and stable are under the same roof, the household spirits become almost indistinguishable from each other and are successfully replaced by domovoy. However, if the buildings are separate, the domovoy, banik, and konushenyi may assist or even rival one another. These living conditions are precisely what help shape the mythology that we see preserved today. Beautiful. Literally everything I was talking about. Inscription is also in the Pony Island and Hex universe, which has a lot of references to the concepts of Christian heaven and hell in its work. I mean, there's Christian heaven and hell in this game as well, because the overlap of Christianity and the original religions of the region merged more than not. It's very interesting. So you've already seen them talk about like God helps and stuff like that. That is the Christian religion overlaying on top of what this Khaldun, which is closer to the original religion of the area, is doing. So I hope you enjoy Pony Island too. I did not play Pony Island. I'm not a horror aficionado, although I very tentatively skirt horror on very occasions. Darkest Dungeon 2 being one of the few exceptions that I take, and Black Book, I don't consider this to be horror. I consider this to be mythology. So, like, dark concepts aren't the problem for me. It's mostly just my hemophobia. So I have to be careful what I go for. This hasn't been problematic. All right, we will attempt to swim to the other bank and see if we can get there.
The icy water burns you like coals. You take a few steps, but realize that you won't be able to swim across.
Nope. That is not happening. Well, we tried. There was singing, but we couldn't get to it. Apparently we're going to a bad place next. This morbid place is home to some sort of evil spirits, ancient ones at that. I can just feel it. Well, we're about to get into a fight then.
This ravine was notorious among Nemzya villagers, even before their village was captured by the Leshy. The steep slopes are lost in the milky haze, which still permeates the local woods. Nevertheless, you hear a quiet rustling coming from below, almost like the flowing of distant water. You also see the figure of a large fir tree rising above the other trees. You carefully descend, trying not to fall down into the foggy abyss. You soon see the source of the noise. Thousands of squirrels are running along the bottom of the ravine somewhere to the north. Above a living carpet of animals stand several chorts. From time to time, they fish one of them out, bite an unfortunate rodent in half with a crunch, and sprinkle its scurrying relatives with its blood.
Gross. Squirrels as an omen of war. Kolduns are familiar with Leshies and have an agreement with them. A Koldun will help a Leshy drive squirrels and hares from place to place because the Leshy is too lazy to do it for himself. When squirrels move from place to place, it's perceived as an omen of war. It happened before the First World War, the Winter War, and before the Second World War. Do we talk or do we attack? I mean, talking might lead to attacking regardless. But what do you think? Should we talk to these guys and find out what's going on? Or do we want to just be like, no war? Put Squirrel Girl's defeat of Doctor Doom in a different perspective. Oh, Squirrel Girl. For those of you who don't know comics, Squirrel Girl is completely undefeatable. She is the undefeatable Squirrel Girl, and she is technically not a mutant. Technically has no real superpowers-ish, but she is absolutely undefeatable, which means she's gone up against Doctor Doom and things like Galactus and shit, and just won. She just won. It does not matter. She just won. Doctor Doom is Slavic. He has a pretend Slavic country that he is the guy in charge of. I think it's a dukedom. I believe he is a duke, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've brushed up on Doom, and his people actually love him, even though he's technically a villain. His people love him. He is beloved. So by his people, he's actually a very fair ruler. So for the only thing that Doctor Doom does is he goes about and he tries to pick on other people, so outside his country, to do whatever it is he wants to do. Yeah, Latveria, I don't believe actually exists in the world, but yeah, he is the Duke of Latveria, and they love him there. Don't know why he likes to pick on other superheroes. He just does. The Monarch. Yeah, it's been a while since I've brushed up on Doom lore, Trav. You're probably more correct than me, but I do like Doctor Doom. He's one of my favorite villains, even though I'm clearly unable to keep his details in my brain. All right, we will talk.
You call out to the chorts. They stretch into thin lines and dissipate in the fog. When the swarm of squirrels stops, you find a small purse with silver on the ground. squirrel gratitude.
I mean, they do actually, squirrels do like shiny things. So maybe?
You take the money and get back onto the trail.
You're welcome, squirrels. I wasn't trying to free you. I was trying to find out what was going on, but apparently they were just harassing the squirrels. All right. Shot birch. It's as if someone shot this birch with a gun. Well, we do know that the hunter is a little trigger happy, so wouldn't be surprised.
This whole forest looks identically grim, even this birch wood. Among the trees stands a forked birch. The old trunk is covered with mushrooms and pulses with a strange, sorcerous power. You touch something hard and take a piece of stale bread with hairs baked inside, as well as nail clippings. This is obviously an offering to the Leshy.
O great master of the forest, your faithful servant comes to you head bowed. Grant him your friendship. If you wish it so, greet him at once. If not, so be it. Strengthens curse. Ooh. Ooh. Is this better than what I have? Where is it? Strengthens curse +3. Strengthens curse +4. Yes, it is. It absolutely is. Heck yeah. More curse. Some of these guys hit really hard. More curse. Let's go. I do love how these scenes are never quite static. Like, they could have just given us a picture, but instead they gave us this beautiful scenery. I love that. Alright, cool poo. Let's head to this tree. This is the tree the raven told me about. The peasants call it the devil's tree. What's that item that looks like a face? This one? The silver mask? It's why I'm so rich. Yeah. This kind of mask was used to cover the faces of the dead in olden days. Bonus +5 rubles at the end of battle. So, this is why I'm so freaking rich. So I tend to spend my money. Not that I have anywhere to spend it right now. But here we go. We're off to see the Devil's Tree.
You follow your gut and seem to be getting closer to the tree the raven spoke of. The trees grow closer together here, and you feel the demon presence more intensely. The branches become more and more intertwined, and finally close off your way entirely. You whisper a Zagavar and witness the result of the Leshy's sorcery.
Well, first things first, herbs. We pick them. Alright, let's check this symbol out.
These sorcerous logs weren't made by humans. The sorcery is complex, but I can handle it. Each one is guarded, I bet. These sorcerous logs weren't made by humans.
Anything else before we do this one? 'Cause this one isn't interactable. Alright, nothing else is popping up.
You inspect the Leshy symbols. The demon has closed this way with 3 locks. Without removing them, you can't go any further. It is within your powers to unlock them, but each lock is sure to be guarded by his helpers.
Alright, we have looked around, so it's time to disentangle the Zagavors. The Zagavor is the Slavic word for spells.
The circle is drawn. You whisper the secret words to open the next lock. The Leshy's guards are quick to arrive.
Alright, what are you doing? Just gonna hit me? Okay. Let's see here. Do we get curse right off the bat? No. Not quite enough to kill it. Still not quite enough to kill it. Dang. I tried. Actually, bless might do it. We'll see. No worries, Plague Doctor Man. Please, please, please get some sleep. Feel better soon. And I'm glad that you were here today. So I hope that the next time we see you, you are much improved in your health. Sleep well. Alright. Inflict damage equal to the number of pages in the Zagavor. Times 2. Eternal damage by swipe. I'm gonna grab Snakehead, actually.
The first lock has been opened. You catch your breath, getting ready to open the next one.
Next fight.
The circle is drawn. You whisper the secret words to open the next lock. The Leshy's guards are quick to arrive.
Deals 10 damage on receiving damage. So spikes being a thing is bad. Alright. Oh, there are multiple dudes. Okay. I'm gonna throw in regeneration and cross as well. We can remove this. I'm going to bump up regen. I think I'm gonna need it. Here we go. Yep, that hurt. So every time this one is damaged, we're gonna get more damage is the problem. However, we can just say fuck you to your spikes. But we will. Because that guy, we don't need spikes on. This one? What are you doing? Nothing? Oh, you're gonna cast spikes. Okay, well... let us do this. $22, $25, over 25. So this one should hit this for 7. We don't really have ward going. We have the capacity to do ward? No. I'm going to keep this for when you have spikes. I'm just going to send it. Okay. No, I can take the hits. This will definitely kill it. We'll see what happens. Probably gonna take some damage though. Yeah. There's the damage. We just kind of tanked the damage. Burn pages 6. Reading swipe pages increases block for 6 turns. Interesting. Interesting. So now we're getting a whole sort of level of deck that quite literally just procs off of swipe pages, which is interesting. I don't know what happens if you run out of your entire book. We're gonna do this.
The second lock is open. Only one is left.
I assume that you were helpless and just lose. I don't know. I don't actually know. We've never
The
run out
circle
of pages.
is drawn. You whisper the secret words to open the next lock. The Leshy's guards are quick to arrive.
And this is the boss. He's gonna do 20 damage times 2. Well, let's try to deal with that. Here we go. So now he's only going to do 10 damage. But because we have burning blood, the waste goes up, so that's pretty good. Now he's going to do 6 damage times 2. That's fine. So let us do this, and this, and this, then this. And get some regen going. All right. And actually, I would like to do some healing. Bless is gone, but that's okay. Eloquence is also gone. We could absolutely use a bit more curse on this guy. Fantastic. That will help us a lot. I'm gonna use this again. And I'm not going to use any of these white pages because of style. This should kill him. Yep.
The final sorceress lock falls from the forest. You feel the earth trembling as the sorcery weakens.
That's wild. We made it to the Devil's Tree. The locks were why that raven needed a Kuldoon. And there's the girl. Alright, let's go pick up the herbs before anything else. 66 herbs, let's go! Come on. Let me gather it. Thank you.
Huge roots. They even look alive. I think one of them just moved. Huge roots. They even look alive.
Among the roots lies a woman dressed like a Nimzia villager. She breathes heavily and in gasps. A raven walks around her, watching with impatience.
Anicia, is that you? I didn't curse him.
Wait, calm down. I'll help you.
You whisper a Zagavar, and the woman starts to breathe steadily. Now her life is safe, but she loses consciousness.
What's wrong with her? Are you trying to kill her?
If I wanted to kill her, I wouldn't have brought you here. Karr! You did well to tell no one in the village about me. You saved the girl. Otherwise, she'd be dead by the hands of the one who kidnapped them from the village. Karr!
What are you telling me? Some villager is to blame.
A Leshy in the guise of a man or a woman in Nimzia. Nimzia! Karr!
If it's Leshy who took her, why didn't he show up on the crossroads?
I told you already. Leshy is asleep. Sleeps below fog with snoring. Only his children left and his wives ran away long ago. Some to Perm, some to Kudum Karr. Karr! Karr! They Galina from Nimzia, and the countless other were killed by his Leshy son.
How do I find this changeling?
Look closely. Observe. Leshy can't hide from a knower. I can't discern him from people. I'm not strong enough. Only you can do it. Karr!
Who are you? What kind of talking bird?
You don't get it yet. You will in time, as soon as you defeat Leshy. You'll know what kind of bird. Karr! Karr!
What kind of fir tree is this?
There are several very old trees in the forest. This is one of them. Near the largest and the most ancient sleeps Leshy, in the middle of the forest, in the thick of it. And near trees like these, smaller ones, the hunter leave offerings to Leshies.
Why did this village become lost?
That Leshy's to blame. I don't know how he managed to take all the Nimzia. His power increased in one day. Now he tricks everyone's eyes, can get out. Karr! We will manage together. You will defeat him, and the village will be free. Will rise from the ashes. Karr!
Small World Syndrome says that he's the friendly hunter dude. Let's see how that goes.
But you have to find him. Have to. Have to.
Why do you think I'm going to help you? I need to get out of here.
Want to get out? Then you're going to. Otherwise, you won't make it out. No! Talk with the villagers tomorrow. You've met him already. I feel it. As soon as you learn who among us is Leshy, make him come clean. That's how we beat him. And don't make a mistake. Choose wisely. Karr!
The last words the raven pronounces while unfolding his wings. A moment, and he disappears, as if he was never there.
The plot thickens.
The Raven thinks that the one to blame for the missing villagers is one of them. He told me I've already met him. Who can it be? Marfa? Philemon? Yefim the Hunter? Anicia! That old witch is definitely a part of it!
I actually don't think that the old witch is.
I will find that Leshy. I need to break the seals, not wander in the middle of nowhere. How much time passed already? Half of what's left? How is he there? Must be going through tall houses now. Right. I will catch the Leshy and make him break the seal. I still have time. Philemon is a shepherd. That means he must communicate with Leshy. Yefim deals with the forest too. He's a hunter after all. And I saw an offering. As soon as I learn enough, we can call to a public hearing. Or maybe fight face to face.
The peasants gathering for discussing common needs, events, and making judgments about different Commonwealth issues. We don't have public hearings as much in the world. That isn't to say that they aren't completely gone, but, like, you don't hear about them all that often. Or we might call them different things now, but yeah. Definitely in the days when the world was smaller and less interconnected, public hearings were smart, I feel.
I need to question the locals, what they know about each other. Maybe then I will be able to find the Leshy. He couldn't leave here unnoticed. Well, let's do it.
Alright, I have a ton of chorts coming back today. You completed the task. You completed the task. You failed. And these guys come back tomorrow. Jeez Louise. Alright. Send you there. Send you there. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, we have 50% chance of gaining an herb from this guy. Which is nice. That's 1 day. 2... 1, 2... 3 days. 3 for 3. 3 for 3. So it doesn't really matter. We'll send you there, I guess. It's 3 for 8. 2 for 12. Jeez. I think I'll go 2 for 12 for this guy. Not you. You're difficult. Okay. 2 for 5. 2 for 6. 3 for 4. I'm gonna go for 2 for 6. No, he's probably going to get this one because that's his favored task, but it's fine. 2 for 5. 2 for 6. 2 for 6. I think 2 for 4 is probably the best I can do for you because you decrease the amount of time it takes. So, off you go. That's all the chores taken care of. May visit any place in Nimzia an unlimited number of times. Speak to characters and search the village for clues to figure out what peasant is actually a demon in disguise. So, I can spend a lot of time here. The more facts you learn, the more dialogue options are available. So we are now in the part where it is a mystery and we must learn what is going on. We're halfway through level 14. Alright. It's gonna make us go back to the book and I don't know why. But let's see what visitors we have today. Small, yeah.
God helps, Vasilisa.
Marfa, lovely to see you again.
It's a blessing that Galina is alive. Here, take it. From all of us to you. Well, I won't bother you. You need to study the book, right?
Wait, I want to ask you about the locals.
Come to my izba. We can talk there. You're tired. Here, better read something. Come in if you need anything. We won't turn you down.
Well, maybe we've gotten a little bit of rapport for bringing back Galina. Let's hope so, right? That's the village gathering. But we want to go... We'll see Marfa first, I think. This is the house of an acquaintance of mine lives, the girl who brought me gifts. Let's go talk to Marfa first. She's been very kind to us.
Marfa's izba is richly decorated. Towels, a large salt pot, and everywhere the wood is covered with murals.
Greetings, Vasilisa, dear. Well, come in. Sit over there, in the corner.
What can you tell me about Philemon?
Well, he's a fine shepherd, a knower. Not as strong as you, though.
Has he been in the village long?
Well, he came here before the forest master closed us in here. Yes, only after that. Anicia is very grateful to him for his work. She gave him a belt, you know. She gave it to him right after St. George's Day, when he whispered to the animals.
He didn't take it. The start of grazing. Grazing traditionally started on St. George's Day, the 6th of May. It was a holiday for the entire village. The shepherd asked owners not to be late, or he refused to graze their cattle. The owners drove their animals with pussy willow branches left over from Easter. When the herd was gathered, the shepherd walked around it clockwise, holding an icon and reciting prayers. Sometimes, during the third round, he cast a special shepherd's spell. Alright. Interesting.
Other than that, a regular man. I don't know what to add.
He refused to take it? That's strange. I need to learn about this belt from Anicia. How long have you known Yefim?
Yes, a fine man. Always successful with his hunting, even after all this. He's not himself lately, they say. The youngsters can tell you more. They watch everyone.
I mean, the youngsters watching their elders do things around the village while they play or run around is fairly common in this era, because how else would you learn?
Tell me about Anisia Ivanovna.
Oh, the whole village heard her arguing with you. I don't know how you could listen to all that. I would curse her for sure. She was born with teeth. By the way, Galina is her daughter-in-law, but her husband passed away. A fine man he was. You saved her, so she might tell you more.
Alright, we've learned a few things. That's the hunter's house, the forest outskirts, abandoned huts, the herbalist, her mansion, Galina's izba. I'm gonna go look at some of the places that don't have people in it just to see what's there, and then we will go talk to people. They managed to gather some hay. They say I can find the shepherd here. Okay, that's where the shepherd is. What about here? Here the lands of men and those of the Leshy begin. Let's look at the outskirts.
The Leshy's domain stands before you like a grim wall. The peasants have burnt part of the forest, but it maintains its size, growing back trees with remarkable speed. You follow your instinct, sensing traces of primitive rituals, and soon come to a tree stump that has the remains of offerings to the Leshy and bullet holes. You notice boot prints in the soot nearby and follow them. Here the hunter's stride is regular, and here it has sped up. Suddenly, the girl's tracks cross that of the hunter. You cannot discern anything further. The Leshy's domain stands before you like a grim wall. The peasants have the fog quickly thickens, and you start to lose your sense of direction. Short paws stretch towards you from the fog.
Let's fight. Bring it on, Shorts. I got you. Alright, 10 health to all allies, and you are going to hit us for 20. Bird Mom increases in size and becomes stronger. Eternal and unmovable. So this should not affect it, but get wrecked. Let's see what we can do about it. Throw down some more bless. Let's go. Oh, I nearly killed that thing in one hit. It's gonna get some health back, but not enough to save it. That's fine. Gonna try and heal itself. I'm gonna do this. I didn't... No. I need... Let's actually do... that. It's not gonna be enough. I'm gonna throw that on for myself. Not that I think it'll come up, but... do some damage. Try to take this guy out. Just wanted to make sure he was really, really bad. Because this guy is going to heal himself, but now he has no choice but to actually do damage. And he's cursed to heck. Take that guy. Alright. Babushka. Get smacked. Barely do any damage to me, so it's fine. Oh no, 1 damage. Whatever will I do? Don't have any style going on, so there we go. Bye-bye. Okay. Let's check out the abandoned huts. In their free time, young people gather in izbas that have no owners. I think this is where we will find the song.
The scarce Nimzia youth is sitting by an old izba. When you approach, they watch you intently.
We've heard of you, Vasilisa. I hope you will help Nimzia. No one has been able to so far.
What's with this guy? Is he hurt?
His mouth is too big. In our village, no ones who call the Leshy's name too often get their mouths tied shut. Otherwise, it's scary. We don't want to be taken by Vorsa. Philemon doesn't take apprentices. He tells us he will manage by himself. He's right. None of the animals have ever gone missing. I guess the Leshy is fine with just villagers. It used to be that some bear or the like would carry away an animal from time to time. We can't tell you anything about the hunter. We don't quite know him. He speaks to the Leshy and nowhere, sort of like you.
This is damning him more and more.
Well, she's a fine girl. What else can we say about her? Galina was her daughter-in-law. They sure did argue. But quietly, so people wouldn't talk. Galina was crying afterwards, she told us.
Okay, we may talk to them again soon. Let's go to the herbalist. Herbalists can be found in many villages, but not all of them are witches or Kulduns.
The herbalist's house smells like healing herbs. You look around attentively, but you don't notice any signs of evil spirits. It seems that the herbalist is not a witch.
Ah, greetings, Vasilisa. Everyone in Nimzia is talking about you. I don't care where this village is, in a fog or in Perm Gubernia, makes no difference to me. Well, my neighbor lives here. A fine girl, but not very hard-working one. She's young. She'll learn. What do you know about Anicia? What do I know? The missing Galina was her daughter-in-law. That's what I know. What else? A quarrelsome woman, phew. They say the hunters are close with the Leshy. Have you noticed it with yours? Oh no, don't mention the Leshy. You'll call him. The hunter might go dancing with him for all I care. He doesn't tell us. Are you friends with Marfa, your neighbor? Not so much. Recently, I visited her in the evenings. She wasn't home. That happened several times. God knows where she was. You could ask a shepherd about her. He leads the cattle to graze in the evenings. Or the youngsters. They also like to walk at night. They may have seen something.
What do you have? I'm going to sell this. Grab these. I do like this one. I've got so much money. I might just grab everything I like. Not that one. I know these are good for certain builds. I do not want either of them. So I'm just going to take the ones that are useful for me in my current build, and that makes me happy. We are now broke, but that's okay. Okay, we've learned some things. I'm gonna go... You know what, we do need to find out about the belt, so I'm gonna go to Anisia's mansion and figure out what's going on with that belt. Years ago, this mansion was home to a great number of people. Now only Anisia lives here. Or Anisia. I cannot pronounce her name. I apologize.
Like many other houses in the village, Anisia's Izba is bent because of the wildly growing forest. You knock at the door, and your acquaintance opens it for you.
You again, witch. Ugh. I'm looking forward to never seeing you, you damn vulture! Well, what do you need? You him? He's a fool. I bet he's the reason the village got stolen. I bet he wrote his little charter wrong, and the Leshy was only too glad to grab it all. Godless Kolduns. Ah, another curse maker. This one is worse than all the rest. His mug is all rotten. Just like yours. He does nothing, only feeds here for free. I know exactly how these Noah shepherds do their work. The wolves watch the animals instead of him. He's only dilly-dallying.
Cattle grazing wolves. If a Koldun was hired as a shepherd, he might fool around quite a bit. He could understand animal languages. There was once one such Koldun in the next village over, the one behind Dry Gully. He made a deal with a Leshy for the first grazing, and the Leshy gave him some wolves, the ordinary kind, not werewolves. The wolves guarded the cattle while the Koldun was resting in the shade of a tree.
That girl's a hypocrite. Wants everyone to like her, but she's got a mind of her own. She's gonna give us trouble.
They say that Galina that went missing was your daughter-in-law, right?
That's none of your business. You lousy witch! Get lost!
Anisia pushes you away from the door and slams it shut in your face.
Shouldn't have started with that one. Whoops. Well, I guess we'll go talk to Galina then. This is the Izba of the missing girl I disenchanted on the crossroads.
Galina is doing well. She's sitting at the table and is already busy doing housework.
Vasilisa, I don't know how to thank you. You'll always be welcome in my house. Well, come in. Sit here, under the icons.
This woman came to me, Anisia Ivanovna.
Oh, Lord help me. Even the Leshy won't take that woman. I know. I used to be her daughter-in-law. He's friends with the shepherd. I bet they both talk to the Leshy. But I don't believe they are to blame for the missing people. They are fine men. We're friends. I love her. She used to bring me and my husband lots of gifts, especially after our village got closed. She's so kind.
Well, that isn't telling.
You're Anisia's daughter-in-law?
I was. An absurd life that was. Well, it's a sin to complain. We all live as we can. My husband was taken from me by the forest. He died. God rest his soul.
What kind of man was he?
A good one, loving, so unlike his mother, Anisia. When he died, she blamed me, said I cursed him.
Did you argue?
We had some disagreements, but I don't think she cursed me. I don't remember any such thing.
Do you remember the time when the Master of the Forest took you? What did he look like?
My memory is foggy, Vasilisa. I can hardly remember any of it.
Did he look like anyone from the village?
No, he was dark, as if made of wood, covered in moss and mushrooms. He nearly crushed me with those roots. God help me.
Galina starts to sob.
I remember one thing he told me. I can't pray.
Interesting. Not allowed to pray. This happened just the other day. A man walked into a pothouse. He was dressed quite well. Goatskin boots, red shirts, sheepskin coat, and all. Like a trader or a clerk of some kind from St. Petersburg. He opened his purse, which was filled with countless coins. He also brought his brother and mother with him and said he was looking to marry the host's daughter. They struck a deal. However, he said, I don't need anything of yours except for the girl. The girl disappeared from her house and returned 6 weeks later to give her cross to her father. She told him she was living in prosperity, but that she was not allowed to pray. Interesting. All right. I'm gonna go see the shepherd. I think he's the lesser of two evils. I'll ask him about the belt.
The shepherd is sitting by the haystack, hitting his poo drum with sticks. Fog surrounds him, covering everything with slippery moisture. You smell mold and mushrooms.
From one Noah to another, I wish you well.
They say Yefim the Hunter communicates with the Leshy. Could he have set up these disappearances?
No way. I was writing charters too, but who wants to curse? He isn't to blame. Well, I only do what needs to be done. Everyone likes Martha. She treats many of us to gifts. But I don't like her very much. The woman has a mind of her own. That's all right. I'll have a chat with her when the time comes. Oh, a quarrelsome woman. She's the one who cursed everyone, that's what I think. His son was Galina's husband, so she herself cursed him. Who else?
You came to Nimzia after the Forest Master hid it, right?
Yes, I was unlucky. The Leshy caught me. Doesn't seem that I asked for an invitation when I entered his domain.
What were you doing before this?
I was a worker. My father was old and couldn't support me. I made my own way.
Shepherds also communicate with Leshy. He watches after the animals for you. Did he give you any helpers?
Nah, just some silly things. I don't measure up to you, Khaldoons. I do everything by myself. It's scary dealing with the forest, everyone says so. I need to look after the cattle. They won't punish some icon, but they will punish me if anything happens.
Cattle grazing and fodder provisioning in northern Prikami were extremely important. Summer was short, but cattle had to gain weight and have enough fodder to last until the next summer. The landscape and the amount of livestock in a herd defined the place and peculiarities of grazing. If the place was enclosed, a shepherd was not necessary. The cattle were left with God, and it was believed that St. Nicholas watched over them. In case a cow or a sheep disappeared, the one who got punished was his icon. It was carried to the stables and whipped with reins.
Have you ever seen Marfa when you brought the cattle for grazing in the evening?
I have, yes. But I haven't seen where she went. Maybe the youngsters saw it.
Alright, that was interesting. Let's check in with the hunter. We haven't spoken to him yet. I was not able to ask about the belt, so I'm gonna have to go to the angry woman's house again. She angry.
A small hunter's izba that is well lived in. He takes care of his home. The window gleams with a welcoming sliver of light. You walk around the izba, but don't find anything worth your attention. You see broad skis in the yard, a device for cleaning prey, and other hunting tools. They are all kept in order.
Oh, hey, Vasilisa, howdy! It's good that we finally have a knower. You've saved Galina, so maybe you will free us all.
How long have you known Anicia?
A long, long time. We're from the same village. She's Galina's mother-in-law. We used to go hunting with Galina's husband. But he's hunted his fill. He's no more. Yes, a fine man he was. A proper one.
What kind of woman is Marfa?
Oh, a fine woman. Not resentful. The songs she used to sing in the evenings. Oh, those were the days. I didn't talk with her much. An elderly herbalist lives close to her. She knows her better. She watches everyone from her window. Of that I'm sure.
We may have to go talk to Marfa again.
Philemon? Oh, a good man. An hour also. Well, he's not as powerful as you, but he still knows some things. Better go talk to him yourself. Most often he can be found near the haystacks. They're close to the forest.
Okay.
So do you talk to the Leshi?
Oh, not after he hit the village.
Yeah, I think I do have to do a lot of back and forth, checking new things you learn. Which is why I'm like going around to everyone once, and then I might go back around to see what new things have popped up, just so that we get kind of a sense of what's going on. The more we go, I mean, we're gonna spend some time here, so sit back and relax, y'all.
Well, I do the rituals, the usual ones.
I found your tracks in the forest by the offering. You were dragging some girl by the forest edge. It was Galina. Did you give her to the Leshi?
Bite your tongue, Vasya.
Who was it then?
Well, me. And the girl was one of the villagers. You can see her in the village right now. I told her not to tell anything. It's a bad omen. I left an offering to him and shot the stump. I've been trying to summon the Leshi for several months straight. I want to ask him eye to eye if Nimza is doomed because of this. But he cares little for us. Will you may be able to get to him? To a righteous forest.
Aleshi is a guardian spirit of the forest. In the Cherden region, he can alter his appearance, but he usually appears as a bearded old man. One can recognize him as Aleshi by his cap, which is pulled over his eyebrows to hide the fact that he has none. That's why, during the Cherden Yuletide games, young men who impersonated Aleshi painted over their eyebrows with runny dough or powdered them with flour. He also hides his feet in high boots or felt boots, for he has horse hooves. However, he wears a right boot on his left leg and a left boot on his right leg. Aleshi can also change his height. He can reach the top of the pines with his head when he is in a forest, or become no taller than a blade of grass or a wheat ear when he enters a meadow. Good to know, good to know.
Galina is Anisia's daughter-in-law?
Galina? Yes, she was married to Anisia's son, but he died.
Notice how they never mention his name.
The forest took him, as well as many others.
Alright, we've done that. Who have I not visited? I've visited everybody, so it's time to go back around. We're gonna go back to Marfa's house and see what new things have shown up since we've talked to everybody.
Marfa's izba is richly decorated. Towels, a large salt pot, and everywhere the wood is covered with murals.
Greetings, Vasilisa, dear. Well, come in. Sit over there, in the corner.
They say you walk the streets at night, acting strangely.
Oh no, Vasilisa, dear, God forbids. I sit at home, that wasn't me. Who walks at night at all? I'm too scared.
Interesting. Let's see what the young people have to say about that.
The scarce Nimzia youth is sitting by an old izba. When you approach, they watch you intently. You sit by a house and dissolve in a deep song.
Time to get the slideshow. No slideshow. Just beautiful music. Beautiful. Well, we're gonna have to go somewhere else and go back. Well, we found the song, we found all the encyclopedias, and we found all of the stories, or myths. We'll check to see if there's anything new here.
The herbalist's house smells like healing herbs. You look around.
Ah, greetings, Vasily. I don't care where this village is. In a fog or
Nope,
in a
nothing new. Okay, back to the abandoned huts. The herbalist is safe. We don't have anything new from her. We can just bounce back from
The
her.
scarce Nimzia youth is sitting by an old izba. When you approach,
We've heard of you, Vasilisa. I hope you will help Nimzia. No one has been able to so far.
Let's talk about Marfa at night.
Did you see where she walks at night?
Marfa walks at night? No, it can't be her. But someone definitely walks the streets. Must be the devil. Recently, Galina went missing, and we noticed some shadow getting into her house. One of us was placing a candle for her in the corner in the evening, so that the forest would let her go. Suddenly, he heard some rustling and saw the door open. It was Leshy. Who else? He immediately ran out of the izba. We found his tracks in the morning. Someone must have been carrying a heavy soul off to the forest. There must have been Galina's second spirit when Leshy was holding her. The tracks are deep, so this spirit put up quite a fight. A scary thing.
Have any of you seen a hunter by the forest edge? Well, don't be scared. I can protect you from him. You can tell me now.
One of the girls confesses she saw Yefim by the forest edge. She says Yefim was asking the Leshy to free Nimzia and bring the missing people back.
Okay. That's what he said, too. Back to the crazy lady. She Angie. We don't like her, but we have to talk to her.
like many other houses in the village, Anisia's izba is bent because of the wild.
You again, witch. I'm looking forward. Well, what do you need?
Marfa says you gifted a belt to Philemon.
I did, and he didn't take it. Still walks on his red one, damn him. This Usyatka was smothering me all night. Looks like I made a bad belt. Although, I did it with proper permanent patterns. Why am I telling you this? A witch won't understand. You only want to walk around bareheaded. Ooh.
The Susietko didn't get angry for nothing. I should speak to him.
I don't want to accuse her, but I could. Why not? Unless chat tells me not to right now. We could accuse her. Like, we're not at the village meeting, so this is just us talking. But, like, we could accuse her right now. What do we think, chat? Is this a good idea? I don't know. I think that I may or may not have all the facts yet. I think I'm close, though. I'd wait to be more sure just in case there are consequences to an accusation even here. She may well refuse to talk to you, which could matter. Okay. We'll talk to Galina again. She may not have anything new, but we've walked around and we're just gonna go around.
Galina is doing well. She's sitting at the table and is already busy doing housework.
Vasilisa, you'll always be welcome in my house. Well, come in. Sit here, under the icons.
Evil spirits in Izba.
They say the Leshy came to you when he held you in the roots.
God save us. My life is not enough for him. He wants to curse my household as well.
How so?
How? Why else would he take all my copper dishes? It was all that was left from my husband. And it's still heavy. I saw the trail leading into the woods. The damned chort. I'd rather be dead.
Galina whimpers.
Dang it. We'll talk to the shepherd again, and then we'll go back to Galina's.
The shepherd is sitting by the haystack, hitting...
From one Noah to another, I wish you well.
Okay, nothing new at his. So, back to Galina's. See if we can't pick up that other thing, or...
Galina is doing well. She's sitting at the table
Let
and
us
is
search the
already
yard.
busy. You search the yard and notice the tracks the villagers told you about. Someone was dragging something heavy towards the forest.
Okay, so I think this means we have to go back to the forest outskirts again.
The Leshy's domain stands before you like a grim
Here we go.
wall. You have no difficulty following the tracks left by the Leshy when he took something heavy from Galina. The tracks stop by the hole, clumsily masked with grass. Inside, you find a chest filled with various everyday things. Kitchenware, jewelry, fabrics. Looks like someone got caught on an old nail inside the chest. A triangular piece of cloth dangles upon it. The Leshy's domain stands before you like a grim wall. You have no difficulty following the Leshy's domain.
We have a cloth from someone who is missing some of their
A
outfit,
small
so
hunter's
I'm gonna check
izba
everybody.
that is well lived in. He takes care. You walk around the izba.
Oh, hey, Vasilisa! It's good that we
I
finally
am kind
have
of
a
skipping
knower.
through things.
You've
Okay,
saved
nothing new
Galina,
here.
so
We'll check you.
The shepherd is sitting by the haystack, hitting his poodle.
From one Noah to another, I wish you well.
Nothing here. Okay. Let us check Marfa. She does have a very fancy house.
Marfa's izba is richly decorated.
Greetings, well, come in. Sit over there, in the
Hello.
corner.
So where are you walking at night, Marfa dear?
Nowhere, help me, Lord. I'm telling you, I stay here around the house.
Maybe a Susetko left a piece of your dress in the chest with the stolen goods. Do you break into all the locked houses?
Marfa suddenly falls at your feet.
Oh, don't ruin me, Vasilisa dear. I knew right away as soon as you appeared in our village that you'd find me out. I took the goods from Izbas where no one stays. Those that belonged to ones taken by the Leshy. No one else need those things, right? I swear on the cross that I've never cursed anyone. I loved Galina. I grieved most of all. The goods are my sin, but it's all for the future. All will serve the village as soon as the Leshy opens it back up. I will give everything to the monastery, and I won't forget about you. Here, I can give you some money now if you want it. But don't tell the others at the gathering.
Do we take the money or do we refuse? I mean, we're not that broke. She is stealing from those who are already gone. Galina... But Galina saw things. I don't necessarily need the sin. But if we take the money, we shouldn't narc on her later. I don't think it's relevant to our investigation either way. That's fair.
Alright, give me the money. I have to think what to do with you. You've wasted my time.
Thank you, mistress. Don't ruin me. I'll be sent to a labor camp. I'll die there too.
Marfa starts to cry and whimper.
Okay, well, she's the red herring, clearly. I'm gonna go back to the kids.
The scarce Nimzia youth is sitting by an old
You know what, let's
izba.
play cards
When
this
you
time.
approach, they watch you intently.
Let's just do something fun. A lot of people named Arkip. Spades are the trump. We have a single spade. You now have the ability to use your magic abilities to play the game of Durek. Evil spirits call this variant of the game Witching Durek. There are only two kinds of Zagavors. Peek into your opponent's hand and switch a random card in your hand with a random trump card. With weapons like these, you can beat the devil himself, or even a Cossack. Be careful, the number of times you can use your witchery is limited. Good luck. We can do it once. So, it is our attack. Spades is the trump. We only have a single spade. I'm gonna start with the sevens club. Okay. I could play conservatively, but I think I'm gonna throw down an 8 of hearts. 10 of hearts. Now I've got 10s open. I mean, this could go real fast. Sure. Let's throw down this and see what happens. Alright. Let's throw down this and see what happens. You'll take them. That may have been bad for us. Probably should have ended the turn. That's fine. A lot of spades. Jeez Louise. Alright, 6 of hearts it is. Yep. Cool. 2 spades. Nice. King of clubs. Alright. Yeah, that was the turn. The lowest I have are the queens, but I don't want to use this one, so we'll go here. Okay. I think I'm gonna win this one. Yep. Ta-da! I didn't need you, Mr. Scrake. You have trained me well. Look at that. I won the day. I'm gonna go back and harass this woman. Eggnog! Welcome in. Lovely to see you.
Like many other houses in the village, Anisia's izba is bent because of the wildly growing forest. You knock at the door, and your acquaintance opens it for you.
We're gonna find this Sudzeko. How are you, Eggnog? It's lovely to see you today. Thank you for all the love.
You sneak under the branch through the bent gates, whisper the secret words, and notice a black, furry shadow in the far corner of the yard.
All right, Sudzeko, tell me all of her secrets.
Yuck! And nowhere, Khaldoons. I hate you kind.
You whispered me a funny gif. Ooh.
What stench?
To show you how proud. Aw, you're so sweet. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna look at it. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Thank you for the gif.
Wait, kind host. I want to ask you.
I'm glad to hear that you're doing well, Mr. Eggnog. I am doing well. We're just playing some more Black Book. So if you haven't been following along, the YouTube playlist is there for you.
Don't you try throwing sand in my eyes. I feel evil emanating from you.
Oh no, I have so much sin, I now emanate evil.
Like from the belt my master wanted to trade. You think he didn't trade it? All covered in evil markings. Doesn't have eyebrows. I punish her and punish you.
You notice the shadows grow darker in the corners. The Susiedko is not alone here.
I don't really want to fight them, but I'm going to. Paralysis cannot use herbs for 7 turns. Well, I better use them while I can. I'm gonna use that one. Let's see here. No curse. We don't have anything style, so I'm gonna use cross just to get it out. Let's do fierce. No, actually, not this one. We'll do this one first. Then this. Do this on you. See how well that goes. Yeah, pick you out. Did damage to you. And make sure that waste and poison are not things that I will have to deal with. So I cannot use herbs for 7 turns, but that's fine. We will curse you. And just hit you really hard. And if you should survive this, curse you some more. Did not survive. Oh, I didn't realize there was this guy over here. Ow. He hooded me. What a jerk. Well. He's definitely not going to survive this, so... yeah. We're going to take worms. We learned the song, Behind the Yard, Behind the Yard. So these are all the songs that we have learned. Let's see here. Do I want to change anything? No, not really. We haven't been to the village gathering, but... I'm gonna go back to Galina's and check to see if there's anything new there. We are in an investigation
Galina
now, so...
is doing well. She's sitting at the table and is already busy doing housework.
Vasilisa, you'll always be welcome in my house. Well, come in.
Nope, nothing there. I'm gonna go back here and see what else I can hear.
Like many other houses in the village,
You again, witch. I'm looking forward to never... Well, what do you need?
I'm going to accuse her because even the Sutseko says she has no eyebrows, which is a way of telling Aleshi from other people.
I heard you argued with Galina. Did you blame her for your son's death? You cursed her and wished the Leshy would take her.
Anisia's face changes, and she takes a step back.
Well, why did you freeze there? Did you curse your daughter-in-law?
Anisia makes another step and almost falls on the bench.
I did. You guessed it, witch. It's as you say. I am to blame. And what of it? It was Galina who cursed my son. Who else? Who? You're a witch, and she might as well be one. You found each other. I'm not scared. Tell it to everyone at the gathering if you wish. I cursed her, and I curse her still. And I curse you. I wish the Leshy would tear you to bits. Get out!
Anisia pushes you out of the door and slams it shut in your face.
She has been nasty to us from the get-go. Well, now we know what happened. I'm to tell everybody about it.
Galina is doing well. She's sitting at the
Vasilisa, you'll always be welcome in my house.
All right.
Well, come in.
We
Sit
don't
here.
actually have anything to say there. I'm just gonna do one last round. I think we're pretty much to the end of the...
The
clue
shepherd
gathering.
is sitting by the haystack,
Oh, hello.
hitting his poo drum with sticks.
Now we
Fog
must
surrounds him, covering everything with slippery moisture.
look closer
You
at the
smell
shepherd.
mold and mushrooms. Your blood runs cold. He wears his boots on the wrong feet, and the footwear is too thin at the ankles. Your blood runs cold. He wears...
From one Noah to another, I wish you well.
I'm gonna wait on that. Let's check the hunter, just in case there's a red herring somewhere.
A small hunter's izbah that is well lived in. He takes care...
Oh, hey! It's good that we finally have a Noah. You've
Nope.
saved Gal...
Marfa was the red herring. We know that. I'm gonna check out here anyway. Just doing
The
one more
Leshy's
round.
domain stands before you like a grim wall.
It's
The
just
peasants,
heavy
you have no
tracks.
difficulty following. The
We know
Leshy's
about the
domain
stuff.
stands. Marfa's izbah is richly decorated.
Great. Well, come in. Sit over there,
Nothing
in the
new
corner.
here. We've played cards. We've gotten the song.
The scarce Nimzia youth is sitting by an old.
We've heard of you, Vasilisa. I hope you will help Nimzia. No one has been
Nothing new
able.
here. The herbalist we know has nothing new. She, I don't want to talk to again. Alright. It looks like it's time to accuse the shepherd of being the Leshy.
The shepherd is sitting by the haystack, hitting his poo drum with sticks.
From one Noah to another, I wish you well.
Stop pretending. I know that you're a Leshy. It's you who's been kidnapping the villagers.
What are you talking about, Vasilisa?
The shepherd abruptly jumps up and backs into the fog. You don't have time to say a word before his stretched out figure disappears into the tall trees.
To the public gathering!
Looks like the village was built around barns. Makes it easier for the villagers to take grain and flour for their everyday needs. Here is where public hearings take place. It's quiet here now, except for the sounds of fir trees, nudging their dead relatives with furry branches. You tell a couple of kids to gather the village. The crowd soon gathers.
Why are you gathering here? To listen to that damned witch? Nonsense.
Hold on. Why should we leave at the mercy of the Leshy?
The peasants mumble in approval. You feel uneasy from dozens of eyes looking at you with a mix of expectation, contempt, and hope.
It's only recently that I've come to your village. It's clear that something is wrong here, and prayers won't help. I went searching for Galina.
You saved her. Thank you, Vasilisa.
You hear murmurs of approval from the crowd, as well as cries of gratitude.
The forest master is the one to blame. And he's hiding here, among you. That's why it's so easy for him to kidnap people. And I know who is to blame. They're waiting for what I say. Who among them is a Leshy?
The hunter? Why is this new fact? It's the shepherd.
The forest master lives among you. That's why you can't beat back the trees. That's why people go missing so often. Your shepherd, Philemon, with no eyebrows and with the Leshy's belt, is waiting for you to curse each other.
You search the crowd and see that the shepherd is here. A couple of men grab him by his belt and drag him to the center of the crowd. Philemon tries to fight, but then grows soft. You take the book and get ready to bind him with zagavers, but he raises his eyes, and you see that they have turned black. The changeling Leshy easily shrugs off his captors. A strong wind picks up, and the shepherd's figure stretches out, becomes transparent, and vanishes in the swirling fog. Otherworldly laughter is heard from the forest. The frightened villagers scatter to their homes. You clutch your book tighter and run after the Leshy.
Well, now the whole town knows.
Wait, Vasilisa. I saw everything. Still can't believe my eyes. I want to help. Philemon, run that way. I may help you with something else. There is this thing.
Hear him out.
Talk faster. I don't need you in the woods. You will only get yourself killed.
A wonder-working icon will come in handy to you. I blamed God for all of this, wanted to punish him. And I hid it nearby.
I will take, if I have time.
All right. Time to go after the Leshy. Apparently we've got idle chorts. This is a problem. Oh, I can deal with them. Never mind. Not a problem. Failed the task, failed the task. Failed the task. Failed the task, failed the task. That's all of those guys, so we know what to do. You go here. You go there. What do we have? 1 for 11, 2 for 9, 1 for 12, 1 for 11, 2 for 9, 2 for 9, and 2 for 9 it is. You are a calamity, so let's send you on to do reward. 1 for 6, 2 for 3. Yeah, we'll send you there. 1 for 9, 1 for 10, 2 for 7. Go. Okay, that's all of our chorts dealt with. So we can set off. Unless, yeah, I cannot move around this map, so there's no herbs to collect. The Lunvelador Fields. From the Permian language, it translates as fields of the southern side of the day. Poetic.
You step onto a southern Nemzia field. Suddenly, your way is blocked by evil spirits. These must be Philemon's helpers.
Time to fight. We got two guys, one of which is going to hit us and then get more powerful. Yikes. And the other of which is going to make it so that putting on any sort of block hurts us. Okay, first of all, we cursed you. And then we do that. We're gonna style. We're gonna make you even take damage as well. Let's bless it up as well. Yeah, we're gonna deal some damage. Let's go. Get wrecked. So we will want to take that off of ourselves, but we can absolutely do that. What are you doing next? Vampirism? Okay. This is... I don't think we have anything that removes that specifically. But we do have that, which just removes a harmful status regardless. Let's see here. Let's get you cursed. I think I want to get rid of you. doesn't quite kill you. This one, I think. Pretty powerful. You're dead, so this block does nothing because you were going to put it on your friend. Alrighty then. I don't think you're going to survive it, but if you do, more curse on you. Plus we have less on, so this guy's probably gonna die. Didn't die. More curse. Very cursed. Oh, he did a point of damage. Whatever will we do? Get wrecked, scrub. Here we go. The hunter's stash. We're gonna go grab it. Ephraim says that I can find an icon here that may help me. Supposedly.
On an old stump covered with mushrooms, you find an icon the hunter was telling you about. The frame has begun to rot, and the icon itself has gunshot marks on it.
Remember, he was very angry at this icon.
The face of the saint looks at you with reproach, as if it was you who shot it. You quickly hide the icon in the bag.
Ah, so. If we had any idle chorts, this would reduce the torment from them by 2. We don't have any idle chorts. I don't let them be idle. This forest has grown wild. This Leshy has no bounds. Where does he get so much power?
The raven appears as if out of nowhere. It lands on an old cross and stares at you. The forest rustles around you. The wind disperses the fog, and for the first time in a while, you see the night sky. The raven's eyes flash red in the forest darkness.
It turned out to be a shepherd, not a mother-in-law, not a plowman. Carr, carr. It's good that you found him. It will be easier to defeat him. He's afraid of you.
He should be.
Yes, but where is he? How will we find him in the forest?
We've already tracked down Philemon. He went to that tree where Galena was found. Found! Turns out he has a secret underground lair there. All of those who were kidnapped are held there. There!
Do you think he'll uncover Nimzia?
He will! He will! You won't leave him no choice. You have the book! Black! Black!
You know about it?
I guessed it, sensed it, knew it from the start. The wind at the crossroads told me. Carr! Carr!
How do we find the entrance to the lair?
I know where it is. I know. I'll show. Go to Kulpa. Carr! Carr!
Those who were kidnapped, are they alive?
Not alive and not dead. Our father sometimes took people, but he let them go later. Later! Someone will pray for them or say a holy word, and then he'll let them go.
We learned a thing. Don't say bless you. A girl named Ducia lives here. Once she was lost for a week. Later we learned she had stayed with Leshy and was fed pine cones. One thinks they're eating pies and cakes, but they're actually being fed pine cones. Leshy sometimes switch out a person for another. This happened with a certain wife. Her husband waited for her a long time, grew tired of waiting, and decided to remarry. The Leshy asked the wife he had kidnapped, "Do you want to visit your husband's wedding? You may go, but if anyone sneezes, don't say bless you." She came to the wedding, sat on top of the stove, and no one noticed her. Someone sneezed, and she forgot herself and muttered, "Bless you." She was immediately discovered, and the evil spirits released her. Good to know. I don't think brother, I think more kid. But he could just be a chort that is connected to the Leshy or serves the Leshy. I mean, we were adopted by our grandfather, but we still call him grandfather, so I don't know.
This one keeps their soul, feeds on them. For him, their souls are like sugar. Carr, carr.
What kind of chort are you? Maybe you're leading me into a trap.
You don't know who I am?
What is this strange bird that showed up at the crossroads? Was it this raven?
I'm thinking Dumavoy. He's not a Leshy. Although we have heard that the Leshy has a Leshy son. Not a werewolf, clearly. I mean, he could be another Leshy. A smaller, younger Leshy. We could also get a hint. Two, sibling, Big Leshy is asleep. Well, he says our father. So, I don't think... You keep saying sibling, but I actually think it's probably father-son.
You showed up at the crossroads. Nature listens to you, and you know the forest so well that you can follow Philemon. You're also a Leshy.
Ah, you guessed it. Carr, carr. My name is Carnish. I'm a Leshy's son, as well as Philemon. He's my brother.
Ah, you were right, Trav. They're brothers. Carnish and Philemon, Leshy brothers. Trav called it, you guys. Clearly he was paying attention better than I was.
He's been hiding from me for a long time, sucking the life out of Nimzia, plucking its villagers. I couldn't track him while he was in a human form, but you helped me. Yes, you did. It is I who dragged you here from Balut. It's my figure you saw in the forest. My presence. Carr, carr.
You're the reason I'm trapped here.
Context was the shepherd. You are right, Trav. Their father is asleep, and so the brothers are quarreling.
It's not so simple. No, I was lured by the book. It led me to you. I'll help you. Only my father can break the seal on this book, and you won't find him without me. No!
What seal are we on? The spruce seal. In the name of my dear friend, I send everyone for prickly pine limbs. Although the forest lord holds the keys, not everyone obtains them. Okay. So we do need his father, their father, the Leshy's father, to undo the next seal. Alright, let's do it.
Alright, lead me to your brother.
Go to Kulpo. I will wait for you there.
See you there, Carnish.
The sound of wings reverberates through the old branches when the raven takes off from the old tomb. You gaze with sorrow at the crooked cross. Who was buried here, and why? Does anyone remember this old grave and the dead man within? This man was also buried outside the churchyard. These uneasy thoughts stay with you even after the grave is far behind you.
When you drink a lot of water, they call it guzzling. So what kind of field is it? One that drinks a lot? Most likely. Could be a swamp, too.
Your bast shoe sinks into the freezing sludge. You have arrived at a flooded glade. After finding an old path made of rotten planks, you make it closer to your goal, but feel something wrong and stop halfway into the swamp. It looks like Philemon's chorts have set an ambush ahead. You look around. There's a man standing by the fringe of the forest, but you can't make out his face.
Do we fight? Do we draw a circle? Or do we go after the man? The man could be the bait for the ambush, by the by. But what do we think, chat? I will take all of your suggestions into consideration. Trav's like, circle! Anybody else want to weigh in? I'm suffering, so whatever. Oh, Mr. Scrake, I'm so sorry that Darkest Dungeon 2 coding is fighting with you. I hope that you will prevail. I believe in your paladin faith and oath to mod this game no matter what. Alright, I'm gonna go after the man.
You step back and follow the strange figure. Call out to it, but it's continuing further. It seems as if it's leading you around the swamp, across the river. Should you follow the stranger, or continue on your way to the Leshy's lair?
The Pudva Bank. We're, of course, going to do the optional stuff. The shadow I spotted on the swamp earlier went this way.
A man is standing on the other bank. Your blood runs cold. The figure seems familiar. Could it be him? You're separated by a small, cold river that you can wade through.
I kinda am right now. I feel that you are in a holy battle against the coding of Darkest Dungeon. And you know how hard Darkest Dungeon 2 is. So I can't imagine that modding it would be any different. It's going to take all of your wits and wiles and a bit of luck, and at the end, may RNGesus prevail, and you get that modding done.
The icy water burns like a flame. Your breath freezes, but you gather your strength and reach the opposite bank. The silhouette beckons you further, towards some ruined buildings.
Oh, the river is absolutely treacherous. We went anyway. Pudvas, Sketes? Old crumbling Izbas. The locals mentioned something about the Sketes of old believers. I don't think I'm saying that word right, but here we are.
The roof has collapsed, and fir trees have grown in the rooms. It looks like even the everlasting stoves have bent, collapsed, and become homes for the trees. Suddenly, you witness a strange vision. Several forest chorts are chasing a pack of squirrels while muttering something.
We could attack the chorts, we could play cards, we could help with the Zagavor. Or we could follow the figure, which we're going to be doing anyways after it's done. What do we think? We've seen these chorts harassing squirrels before, and the squirrels seem to be pretty happy that we scared them off the last time, but they're back at the harassing of squirrels again. So what do we do? Everything in this game is treacherous, Trav. The path to saving our husband from the hells is a treacherous path. Even as we try to help others. Help again, gain squirrel friend trait. I mean, I'm down. We all know that the squirrels are out for world domination, so may as well be their friend.
You call out to the chorts, and before they can attack, you quickly read the right Zagavr. The squirrels gather in an obedient herd. It turns out the chorts found the Zagavr text in an abandoned chapel. The grateful chorts pick edible mushrooms for you in the woods nearby, and tell you about a shepherd's treasure nearby.
I will take this. Thank you, thank you. Let's go to the abandoned church. There used to be a holy place here. Was it for the old believers?
You get to the abandoned church the Chorts were telling you about. You feel uneasy because of its sharp outline, as if it is vanishing in the haze. Under a canopy, you see the black, toothless doorway of the building. Inside, you find a skeleton with a wooden drum. There's a shepherd's charter in the dead man's bag, and several old coins. In the charter, you see the Zagavart the Chorts tried to master. Looks like the coins are cursed. Someone put Chorts on them.
So, this is the original shepherd that the Leshy was pretending to be.
You have no way to learn what this person looked like. Only naked bones remain. But the drum looks exactly like the one Philemon has.
Shepherd's Charter. A shepherd's charter was passed from generation to generation within a family or from a shepherd to his apprentice. A charter was a collection of spells to prevent animals from running away. The longest charters, in modern terms, could be up to 30 pages thick. Much depended on the traditions of the first cattle grazing, whether professional or non-professional. The charters were written by hand and read on St. George's Day. There were all kinds of spells. The non-professional ones were short. For example, "As a belt clings to me, so I will cling to a cow," or "God bless me, ward my herd against beast and snake this summer." The professional ones were longer and more complex. They included a prayer-like transformation, a dressing of wonder, that addressed the saints, the creation of the earth, the sky, and the first man, a plea of warding, the construction of a fence, the closing of a gate with a lock whose key was hidden either in the sky or in the sea, calling the cows home, spellbinding the cows to a shepherd, covering the Virgin Mary with a chasuble, and requesting the Virgin Mary to send a multitude of ships to guard the herd. A set of spells was meant to create a universe as well as a pasture, a cosmos folded to the size of the local area. Even if the shepherd was illiterate and sought the spell at a fair, he could still use it. The pages were folded and put into a tube along with a piece of wax from a funeral candle. The spell to protect a home worked the same way. Reading it wasn't necessary. It could simply be folded into a tube and hung by a string in the red corner under the icon case. The Leshy was probably looking exactly the same as the original shepherd. It's easier that way. Yep, I bet you that Philemon the shepherd was the man who died in this church. Poor shepherd. We will definitely take the charter.
You take the shepherd's charter.
A request to the Tsar of the Forest. If you will not watch my herd, I will complain to big man Mitrofanovich. Enemy attacks deal 2 less. Ooh. We're going to do the fighting and take the coins, which we will then dispel the Chorts from, and
The moment you touch the coins, Chorts, as well as the spirit, surround you. Looks like this shepherd used to be a knower.
oh no, and we know that a knower who has not been properly buried is a bad thing, so it's probably for the better that we deal with this guy. They are going to shield him. He's gonna shield himself, and his friend is gonna shield him too. Okay. Well then. What do we have here? We have this. We're gonna do this because waste bypasses defense. And then we are going to put weakness on everybody. Let's go. And throw some bless on ourselves. To hurt them as much as we can. Everybody gets cursed. Let's see here. we are going to throw this onto you. This onto you. You're just gonna keep giving yourself block. You've been cursed, so do even more of that. And then double your curse so that you can do even less damage to me. Let's go. Get wrecked. Get wrecked even harder. Feel that. Oh, look at that. You can do 1 damage. Oh no. Yeah, you're gonna die by waste next turn, so I'm not worried about that. Let's see here. Let me actually put this down first. Do that. Do that. Do this. And this. I mean, you'll still die, but I don't think that will kill you. What if I do that? Now this will kill you and I will get money for your death. I will do no more damage to anything because I didn't actually try to kill him, but he just dies from the waste, so. Waste them with your crossbow. I don't have a crossbow. I don't use a crossbow. I use Zagaforce. Those are already in the book, so I will take this one. How close are we to the next level? Oof, so close. We also have this. Enemy attacks deal less damage. But I am on a curse build, so I generally set it up so they do as little damage as possible anyway. It's fine. That's the end of this church. We're gonna go to the Swampy Woods next. The trees grow right out of the water. Has the river overflowed? Probably.
It's difficult to travel the untrodden paths. The river Pujva spilled over its banks and formed another swamp here. There he is, your old friend. He's here, standing in the middle of flooded wood. You call out to him, but your voice sinks in the thickening fog. The dampness sets into your bones, and you start to shiver, either because of the cold or in anticipation of the meeting. You come closer. The silhouette gradually moves away. At times, you feel you can almost touch it with your hand, and at others, it disappears. But then once again flickers in the pine wood.
We're being led on a merry chase, but I'm fine with it. Yet another forest.
The one you were following all this time gets lost behind the trees. You follow him, and the pine needles and moss rustle beneath your feet. Suddenly, you step on a broken fir branch. You are quickly surrounded by forest demons.
Let's go. Alright, you are going to put renunciation on me. You guys are just going to try to hurt me. Okay. You and then curse everybody. Put some less down so that all of that hits real hard. Let's go. That we can get rid of. Oh no, one more damage. Okay. Actually, I don't think we have the thing that gets rid of it. Nope, we do. Crying herb for the win. Let's see here. This one we can hit here. You guys are gonna do vampirism. That's fine. Could heal a little bit, which probably should. Let's try to do that and this. I could do that in a different order. There we go. All right. Not so worried about his vampirism, to be honest. So I think I'm gonna hit him basically once, and he'll just be dead. Done. I want another one of these. And I gained a level.
The chorts scatter as frightened beasts. The figure awaits you there, at the forest's edge.
Alright. We did get Leshy leads lads astray number 1. I knew a lad who'd been led astray by a Leshy. He knew the forest better than the back of his hand, but he still got lost. He had forgotten to ask permission to enter the forest. One must say, "Master of the forest, let me enter your domain. I offer my sincere thanks." And so the Leshy caused him to lose his way. The lad wandered around the forest and even climbed a fir tree, but he still couldn't find his village. All he could see was a single light somewhere in the middle of the forest. He walked towards the light, barely making it there. He came upon a stout Izba. He knocked on the door and heard a voice say, "Come inside, we've been waiting for you for a while." He entered, bowed, and began to cross himself to the red corner, but there were no icons. It was then that he realized he'd entered the home of a forest master. To his surprise, he found a woman inside who seemed like a simple village girl. Alright, I'm gonna get the second Duroc trick this time. Now we have both the tricks to play Duroc with. Alright, we have a choice. Cool Poo or Impenetrable Fog. We have done all the optional tasks here, but sometimes they don't show up until after you've been to a place. So I'm down to just, like, keep getting a little lost. Why not? The Leshy's just playing with us. It's fun.
Here is your beloved. Here he is, in the fog. You recognize his figure. You feel that you will hear his voice any moment now, but you can't see his face. You take a step. The figure doesn't move. He's waiting for you.
Oof, this is good, but unfortunately, this is where I'm gonna leave you guys. So let's get in a cheeky little save. New save, who dis? And thank you guys for joining me in another episode of Black Book, where things have gotten interesting. We have definitely ended up in a strange place. But I am May, and I stream Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern US time. So if that's not your time zone, give me a follow and put on notifications either here or over on Blue Sky. Preferably both. I post when I go live on Blue Sky. I also, on occasion, post my thoughts about the game that I'm playing. So feel free to come over and have a conversation with me. You can respond to my go live posts or, just at me. I don't know. I don't know how to do social media. I'm learning. Help. But in any case, that's where you can get notified that I've gone live, so long as you put notifications on. Alternatively, if you've missed anything that we've done here in Black Book or any other game that I have streamed, YouTube channel is over on this link for you to enjoy anytime, day or night, assuming not when I'm live. But if you can't make it to a stream, this is where you'll find the content that I stream. If you need background company for anything, cooking, cleaning, working, trying to get some sleep, it's also there for you. I make zero money on YouTube, so I really just put my VODs in handy dandy playlists for you guys as a special treat, way to give back to all of you who support me. So lovely that you are here. But it is time to raid, and this is my raid message. It works for absolutely everybody. I use it, you're welcome to use it, but if you don't want to use it, feel free to use whatever love, heart, or raid emojis you have available to you in the process of whoever we raid, because we're gonna go either support somebody or make a new friend. Looks like Elise Stroud Studios is streaming on a Tuesday because she does Tuesday Thursdays, and we're gonna go check out her cool art. She's been working on a beautiful piece, and I love to see how it's coming along. So let us go give her all the love. Elise is lovely. I hope that you enjoy her art. She always has some very chill lo-fi vibes going on, and sometimes she even plays games. So that's how we found her. So thank you guys for joining me. I hope the rest of your day, evening, night, etc. Is going well, and I hope to see you again tomorrow for more Black Book. But until then, we raid in 3, 2, 1. Bye, guys.